Look, I'm telling you, we had shorts on under the anchor desk, but we had a suit and tie on above, and TV makeup and everything else. But you look around the rest of society now, everything gets more and more casual. I mean, look, when I was a little kid, my grandparents, I go with my grandpa, he had a suit and hat on to go to a ball game. He still did. That's the way he dressed. Nobody does that anymore unless they're working the same day. He just always dressed up to go out. Millennials like to keep it cash. Why is that? And our businesses having to adjust in order to meet their needs. Let's visit with business coach Shontaye Hawkins, who has one of the best laughs in all of radio. And we'll see if we can make her laugh at some point today. Now watch, she won't. Shontaye, good morning.
Good morning.
See, I work. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. That's it for the segment. We'll be right back. No.
Oh, God, you're hilarious.
No, not really. But you know what? The dress code thing. Now, seriously, dress codes matter with work because you don't want to get out of the vibe with the culture, but you don't want to get out of your own, comfort zone because then you don't feel good if you don't think you look good. Where's the happy medium with younger workers these days? Where is it?
I think that, younger workers in general, you really hit the nail on the head when you said, I think you should wear what makes you feel good. I think you should wear things that, if you're dressed like you're at the beach, you're going to feel like you're at the beach. You're going to be laid back. You're probably not going to take things as seriously. You're going to take your time getting into the office. You're going to take your time doing your work. So this is my feeling and my belief is that you always want to wear something that makes you feel good, makes you feel confident. And this is another thing. Classy is always in style.
All right, so look, right now I've got a nice golf shirt on, like a nice polo. I've got a nice pair of jeans and a pair of loafers. So, that's probably okay, right?
Yeah, it's acceptable. But if you ask you this, is it ironed? Like, is it, or is it kind of looking like it was balled up and on the floor and you picked it?
I got dog hair all over it, and I was using it to wipe up a spill, and the spill was from the oil pan of my car. Yeah, probably not a good thing. Oh, I get where you're going with that. So even if it's not super dressy, it should be neat and clean.
Yes, it should be neat, clean, and professional. The worst thing you can do is, so your company has said, oh, yes, it's casual Fridays, right? Or we're going to go casual for the summer. And you interpret that as pick up the clothes out of the laundry, pile of laundry and just throw it on and keep going, right? Like it's your Saturday yard work attire, not what you want to wear into the office. You can still be casual. You can still be professional. You can still be neat.
I guess if you say to yourself, hey, you know what? This might look good going to the club. Unless you're working at the club, you might want that might be a no-no then, right?
Right. If you have to ask yourself if this is too much or too little, like is this appropriate for the office? It's probably not.
Here's what managers say. This is what they don't like from employees. Almost half say my employees dress too casually. Okay, so now we've got a baseline here. Almost half. 32% say they show too much skin. 6% say they're showing off their tats and their piercings. Well, some people have so many that unless you're wearing like one of those snowsuits like the kid, you're zip up like I'm going to the moon. It's hard to avoid. People still react to that less now than before, but we're more accepting of that than we used to be, clearly. But still, 5% say they have ungroomed facial hair, and some people say even the hair color is too extreme, too far. So the managers have a laundry list of stuff they're not happy with.
Right, and honestly, we're talking about, body piercings, talking about tattoos. There used to be a little bit more discretion, right? And you didn't know someone had a tattoo or not, right? Because it was in an area that you didn't see at work. But you're right. We have them, they're on your neck and your arms and everywhere. And so you don't want to discriminate, right? Because you have this position open or you have this employee who does an amazing job. But again, it's like, where do we, as an organization, you have to decide what's acceptable for you and what's not acceptable. Is this person going to be a client-facing position or not?
Yeah, no kidding. And it's fair. you cannot judge somebody by the color of their skin for a job. You can't judge them by, anymore here because of, they're a male or a female. You can say, look, you're not a protected class because you decide to get your face with a dragon tattoo. And I don't want you here greeting my customers at the jewelry store that way. And so I'm not going to hire you. That's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think for a company, you have to say these positions, there are certain positions where that's just unacceptable, right? There are certain things that are unacceptable. So if you're showing too much skin, if you are dressing too casual, I think the company has to take a stand and not just have a written guideline, but you want to actually take the guideline, show images. So what's acceptable from a facial hair grooming standpoint? What's acceptable from a hair color standpoint? Because, now we have blue, red, purple, pink. I mean, you name it. We can dye your hair that color. Absolutely no problem. But is that acceptable for the office environment that you work in? I think if you show up and it's a distraction, it's a problem for that company.
Now, tell me if you think I'm wrong before we let you go, Shontaye. My daughter was interning last year in Baltimore with a major group, and we talked about this. We talked about, she's at college all the time, and college students dress very casual, as you well know. Yes. And so she's going there, and I said, here's the rule of thumb. I said, take how you're thinking you're going to probably dress. Take one step to the conservative side from that, and you'll probably be okay in your mindset. Take one step to the more conservative side, and you probably can't go wrong in the workplace if you're going to be in an office, and this was an office environment.
I agree with that. I think that, especially as interns, so you are looking and hoping that this could potentially turn into a position for you in the future. So I do agree with you. You do want to take it up a notch. You do want to make sure that, if you were thinking about kind of maybe the yellow nail polish, maybe not. Like, save it for the weekend. Go something neutral. Save it for the vacation. I mean, you want to stand out, but you want to stand out in a way that's professional, polished, and classy.
Hey, if you show up and you're dressed fancier than the rest of the folks, okay, so you got one day to go around, but they're going to be impressed by you. And then, two, you can always dial it back down and hit the norm, as opposed to showing up and being on a job and having people say, wow, you're not professional at all.
Yes, absolutely.
It's hard to get over that. It's hard to get over that one, isn't it?
It is. Okay, you're climbing up a mountain that you're never going to see the top.
Hey, Shontaye just pushed the button there. I mean, she's ready to go. Shontaye Hawkins, business coach. Give us the website, Shontaye.
It's profitisthenewblack.com, Dave.
All right, there she is. Always appreciate having you on, Shontaye. Made you laugh right out of the chute. We still had a good discussion after that. Take care. More coming up on the Morning Wake of 1320 WILS.